Hi Libras, this is your reading from March the 16th to the 31st. I hope everyone is having a good day so far. If this resonates with you, please like, subscribe, share, comment. If it doesn't, check your moon or rising, because you could be in that energy as well. I just gotta say thank you for all that have been watching, liking, subscribing. I can't do this without you, and I really, really am truly grateful for all of you that are still here and watching and checking me out, so thank you. Just pulled some cards here, so just give me a second. To be honest, Libra, the energy that you're in right now, we have the Seven of Pentacles reversed. It's energy of kind of not admiring our hard work, or not kind of admiring maybe where we're at right now. This could be just in the general past couple months. This could have been a couple weeks. Could have been just in general. Maybe you were having that glance right now of looking at where you are and you're like, I'm not happy at where I'm currently standing. It's feeling like I'm not kind of happy what I've maybe done recently, or how far I've gotten here. Some of it feels like kind of judging ourselves. A little bit also kind of feels like we're just upset that we're not kind of where we are at this current place. I don't know what sense this is, if this is career, relationship, whatever it is for you, but it feels like we're about to have this kind of new beginning, kind of new start to life here. I kind of see this almost like reflection period where things have maybe the work that you've done you've not really been happy with or proud of, so you're seeing how to kind of change that, or seeing how to kind of maybe rework that. You might be getting inspired by other people. You might be being like, okay, now it's time to kind of work on this, or work on this energy here, Libra. Because there is this kind of fascinating kind of new start happening for you here. We have the Wheel of Fortune and the Fool card, which is a brand new beginning for you. Especially Wheel of Fortune brings in kind of things kind of turning in your favor, things kind of going your way. So it's almost just like we're seeing this, understanding what we might have to change here, and kind of moving forward. So whatever it is that you want to start here, whatever it is that you want to go after, that you want to have kind of a fresh start about, I just want to tell you that I think it's like a really decent idea and a good idea, because it seems that things are going to line up for you that way. I think you're going to start to see, once we kind of make these decisions here, we're going to have this fresh start, this new freeing experience here. It just feels like in a time where we were maybe not honoring ourselves, or maybe a time where we weren't focusing on what we are building or what we are creating here for ourselves, and now you're kind of taking that focus back to you, which is kind of a nice kind of energy. It's like what you want to accomplish, what you kind of what you want to kind of do for work, what energy you want to kind of put into things. We have the High Priestess in reversed, so it might be our intuition is a little bit blocked right now. Here we're not listening to our intuition, so maybe our gut is trying to kind of lead us towards this fresh start. But if you're doing something for yourself here, if your gut is telling you to do something, you know, and your brain is kind of telling you the opposite, usually the brain kind of is acting out of fear, or the brain is kind of acting out of comfort, instead of acting out of kind of what if, you know. Your gut is kind of trying to hopefully spiritually connect you into the right direction here. So again, maybe doing some intuition exercises or meditations will kind of help this week to kind of unblock that here, or time alone, stillness as well. Maybe you're again getting in some meditative state, because I mean the world is so kind of reactive around us too. There's so much going on kind of constantly. It's hard to be able to just kind of tune into ourselves and understand what we want, because I mean there's so many other people, and there's especially with like social media and technology right now, there's so many other things to kind of worry about that sometimes we forget to kind of check in with ourselves and see where we want to go here. Queen of Cups coming in reverse. Justice in reverse, which is Libra, which is kind of the scales. And then the Empress energy. The Queen of Cups in reverse is kind of an energy of not only like kind of shut off emotions, this could also be kind of maybe a mother figure as well, because sometimes this is kind of like my mothering card. If it's upright, it's kind of like the mothering, nurturing cards. So some of you, there might be, you feel like there's some injustice involved with maybe a higher female, or injustice kind of here with something to do with motherly issues, or some kind of emotional issues as well. But justice in reverse is kind of unjust, or things not kind of going our way here. This could also be a feeling, Libra, that it's kind of feeling like you've kind of not really been fair to your emotions here. You've not really been fair to yourself, because there seems like there's some kind of repressed emotion that we've been kind of feeling, or something here where we haven't really been nurturing ourselves. We haven't really been caring for ourselves in the way that we need to, appreciating ourselves, seeing the value kind of in ourselves here, or value in what we could do, or what we want to create, or what it is that we kind of want in life here. So if you are maybe speaking down to yourself, or maybe you're not nurturing yourself the way you should be, right now it seems like there's a special time, especially to start caring for yourself, start really empowering yourself here, putting your kind of self first in these situations. And that's what the Empress card is kind of all about. This card can represent pregnancy as well, but it's just kind of overall abundance. Empress kind of draws everything towards her, because she knows she's the Empress. She understands what she deserves. She understands you know, who she is. She understands, again, it doesn't matter male or female. It's just this kind of abundant feminine kind of energy here. That's why kind of pregnancy is also kind of associated with this card as well. So if you have been feeling maybe unjust, or you're feeling like things haven't been going your way, especially maybe this is you trying to get pregnant, feels like there might be kind of a new start for you there as well. For those that aren't thinking about pregnancy in some kind of way, it just talks about how us not really nurturing or shutting ourselves off from our emotional being is not really helping us out. It's not really bringing the right things towards us, because we're, again, we're suppressing our emotions, and that's kind of never a good idea. We need to get back to this energy where we are this Empress, where we do feel abundant, where we do feel like things are working out for us here. I'm saying best versions of ourselves is the phrase that keeps coming into my ear. So that might be something that you are working on currently, or like feeling in these 2 weeks. You're like, what is the kind of best version of myself? You know, what can I do here to create the best version of myself as well? Again, it's just feeling like this energy of where we're like pulling back the focus to us, especially with Libra being the sign that usually is kind of all about other people. It just feels like right now we're going to draw it kind of back to us, what we want to do, what we want to accomplish, you know, how we want to care for ourselves, how we want other people to care for us as well here. Because again, it's just feeling like there's been too much neglect happening within us a little bit here. Yeah, I just want to, this is my self-care card, the Nine of Pentacles. It wants you to kind of value yourself, see yourself in such a high manner, and see yourself in such a high way. Like, it just feels like this like really big new start of growth here, and it feels like becoming our kind of, like I said before, it's like becoming our best selves that I'm feeling here. It's just like kind of moving back to a space of us, and not really thinking about other people here or other situations, but reconnecting with ourselves to bring in everything that we kind of want in our life here. Starting to value ourselves, because up here, especially with the Seven of Pentacles, we're not valuing ourselves, or valuing maybe the work that we've done so far. And maybe that's where this kind of redirect is happening, or this fresh start is happening for you. But I think you'll see, like, once you kind of turn that kind of attention back to yourself, I think you're going to see that things will kind of start moving towards you, because you are putting that energy in, right? You're putting that energy into yourself, and that energy is radiating out to the rest of the, or like radiating out to the rest of the world here. We have the Seven of Swords reversed, means that it's like unsneaky energy. You're seeing a lot of truths coming to the surface. Here you might get some hard truths in these 2 weeks here, but you also just see truths of situations. And that's why I think of what is happening when you come back to yourself. You're seeing a lot of the truth of the situation. You're seeing a lot of the things that are maybe roadblocks getting in your way. You're seeing a lot of things that are not working for you anymore. You're seeing a lot of things that you don't want to continue doing or carrying on here. It's you're like, I'm over this kind of feeling, or I'm over feeling this way about myself. I'm over feeling like things will kind of never work out for me, or that, you know, I'm destined or doomed for kind of failure here, and I'm going to work towards it. I'm going to work towards myself, really. I don't know what this is feeling, such a like a kind of cathartic reading. It's feeling like such a kind of like boom connection to who we are, and working towards that, like working towards our best selves here. Interesting, like powerful kind of energy popping through. And I see you putting in that work. And yeah, we're like moving away, especially 6 of Swords and 5 of Swords popping out. We're moving away from the kind of bullshit. We're moving away from the stuff that is keeping us defeated, that is keeping us where we are, that is keeping us kind of stuck, that we are constantly battling with or constantly fighting with here. And it's feeling like enough. It's just feeling like defeat. It's like we're over us. We're over this energy that is just defeating us constantly, and we're moving on to something new. We're moving past that, and that's what I feel like Libra's readings have been a lot of the time in the last little bit. Maybe I'm wrong, because I mean I do so many readings, but this is the energy that's felt like. And I think this is kind of the 2 weeks where you see that truth, where you see what you have to work on, where we have to get to our most kind of abundant self here. You're not doing stuff for other people anymore. You're not allowing things to kind of stop you. It's almost this kind of unstoppable energy, because you're getting so connected to you, and you're having this brand new start where you're like, no, things are going to kind of go right for me, and I'm moving away from anything that is kind of conflicting, or that is just too heavy emotional or too physical here, demanding for me, that I'm just exhausted. We're just moving away from that. We're just like, I'm done with that energy. I'm done with situations or things that just are not worth it anymore. You know, it's just like, that's just not worth the fighting. That's just not worth the energy. I'm making this about me and living my best truth, or living my best self here. I see you like, so 3 of Pentacles reverse is kind of all about splitting from a certain team, or kind of a project maybe kind of not working the way you want to, or teamwork. It's kind of about team dynamic, things not working out kind of in a team area. So maybe this is you at work, or you're kind of moving past something, or moving away from some kind of team aspect here, because we have the Page of Wands coming out after as well. It just feels like it's just kind of like Kelly Clarkson's song, Miss Independent, in a way, right? Again, male or female, doesn't matter, just independence. Kind of feels like we're just moving away from something that's not clicking, from things that are not working for us, that things or people that don't have the same common goals as us. And we're moving into this kind of new exciting chapter that is kind of all about passion, all about excitement, all about adventure here. You know, all off to new starts, new beginnings, because we feel like motivated to do that. Where in this 2 weeks, you're kind of not having that motivation. That motivation is going to come to you, and you're going to be ready to kind of make some shifts and make some changes here for yourself. And it feels like kind of even stand up for yourself and fight for yourself, defend yourself here. Because it's not saying that this road is going to be easy, but it's just saying that we might have to kind of stand up for ourselves here, and stand up for what I believe in, or what I believe in, but what you believe in here. But again, like I was saying before, Libra, this is a kind of about liberation here. You're kind of moving into a space where you are going to be your best self, where things are starting to go to move smoothly for you. You know, where we're working on ourselves here, right? Where we're moving kind of away from the bullshit now. Cool. You're going to be entering this kind of really, really strong. I think you're going to really realize your strength. coming out in this kind of chapter. It doesn't feel like this is going to be like, you know, this 2 weeks of this and then I'm good to go. It feels like it's a little bit of a journey, but I think the truths that you are kind of seeing in this beginning here, you're going to start, things are going to start to move kind of better for you or smoothly for you. Yeah. Sorry, the energy card I just pulled out, which I will read in 1 second for you, but the energy card that I pulled out is exactly it. It's like we're moving into this kind of space of abundance. Okay, so before I read the energy oracle, I'm going to read the starseed oracle. Harith. Longing for home, homesick for the stars. Harith is a Welsh word that's difficult to translate, but refers to a certain longing or homesickness, a yearning for home or place which we do not, that we cannot return. This unexplainable, unshakable longing for home is a common sense in starseeds and old souls. Perhaps you've had it since birth. For some, it's a distant memory of a planet, a galaxy, a star system in the universe that their soul remembers and yearns to return to, a place they may have experienced more than Earth. For others, it's a longing for unity and source, a remembering of interconnected oneness, right? What we're talking about, connecting to ourselves. This yearning can lead some starseeds to travel, searching all corners of the planet to find a physical place that feels more like home. For others, it can manifest in the need to find home in people, communities, and relationships, a journey to find somewhere they truly belong. If you resonate with this yearning for home but do not know where home is, you're being invited to remember that your soul chose to be on Earth. You're being called to fully commit to embodying your life. You're being reassured that you didn't come here alone and that your soul consciously decided to experience what it's like to be a soul in a human body on this planet. You're being called to anchor in all of your presence, your personality, right? Your soul, your spirit here and now, to fully commit to living this life right now, to commit to putting 2 feet completely in. How can you commit more fully to your life? And I think that's a beautiful card for this whole reading is, you know, you're seeing, you're like, how can I be my best self? How can I do what I kind of want to do in this world? Be who I kind of want to be. How can I do that in my everyday to-day life? You got cornucopia, wishes fulfilled. An abundant harvest and a great blessing are waiting for you. You maybe even find all your wishes fulfilled. This cornucopia of gifts from the universe can come in the form of financial riches, job fulfillment, romantic love, or all the above. When you see receive the cornucopia upright, you know that you've done the important work and it's about to pay off. The seeds you planted in your energy in your life are ready to be harvested in some significant way. Get ready for a great feast of abundant value is being prepared for you now, and the spirit is applauding your effort, right? And this is the effort right here with the 8 of Pentacles. You're putting in the effort, or I'm hoping you're starting to see to put in the effort towards yourself, and I think it's going to pay off for you greatly, Libra. All right, kind of feels like at least spiritually a big kind of 2 weeks for you, so I hope that helped.